when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Hollis Jefferson is out there with Young. Then it's Tony Roten. Then there's Sanders. And it's Allen in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the Nets 5. Young in the corner. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Punches it down with power.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Derrick Rose.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
The kick out to Young. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. McDermott dishes to Rose. Outside Gasol. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. McDermott can't get it to go.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Back to Allen. Releases. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Bulls trail by 4. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Here's Rose. They set the screen. And Butler, here we go. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
It's Redick on the wing. 10 points for him. Off the pick. Loose off the pick and hammers it home.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Bain kicks to Lopez. On the wing, Johnson. Here's Payne. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson can't get it to go. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Rose has capped the ball. And it's Butler missing. Here's McDermott, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And, guys, that was an element of his game that he could not get turned around. I mean, he was really in a funk, and it lasted all season.
Here's Lopez, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And there's the call on Boss. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Noah, the pass to Gasol. Outside Rose. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Noah's shot is off. Nets have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field. After the Nets' big moves the past couple years, they were looked at as an older team, but you break it down, and you know, Greg, they're not as old as you think.
Actually have the 5th youngest team of anyone in the postseason. And so, though they seem older just because so many of their players had playoff experience or came into the league at a young age.
Bulls trail by 4. Outside Rose. And a serious dunk to finish it off.
Oh, and he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back with an in-your-face stuff.
Guys, some pride bubbling up right there. He wasn't about to be outshone.
They recover it. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Payne passes to Ramirez. Unloads from 13. Chicago grabs the miss. Rose has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Open shot, Butler. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 6 assists now in the game. Redick with the 3. A rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Noah. The rebound by Johnson. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Redick passes to Ramirez. Lopez a screen to the paint, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
And that one's good. 9 points for Pau Gasol.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas. And Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. The focus of their discussion was getting their offense to run through Butler. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Lopez ended up coming off the bench for the Nets for a stretch last season. There was a lot of debate, Clark, if that was the right role for him.
Kevin, clearly there were differing opinions because as soon as it happened, every GM called Brooklyn up to see if Lopez was available.
Here's Butler. He has 30. Gasol a screen. Dunleavy kicks to Gibson. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Inside, here's Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And it's a 4-point Chicago lead.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Knocked away. Gibson with the steal. Fast break, here we go. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Joe Johnson picks one up. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. Here's Mirotic, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
Nets were the hottest team and story a few years back, certainly, but last season they were put up for sale. Surprisingly to some, Clark, midway through the year.
Yeah, that was odd timing given the new arena and rebranding. I mean, you would think after all that effort to rebuild the team, you would see it through.
And for the Nets being put up for sale, a big part of it was they were a team that was supposed to compete for titles. And since the move to Brooklyn, they have had trouble going deep in the playoffs.
Butler attacking. Baseline J on the way. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Brooks has got his second bucket of the night. Nets trail by 7.
And you know, with Brooklyn, I don't think anybody wants to take over a team in a rebuild mode. I mean, that's what the Nets seem to be looking at for the next few seasons. They had their shot, went all in with some of their decisions, unfortunately came up short.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Ramirez. Can't get it to go. And the Bulls going the other way now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Tipped away. And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And the 3 off target. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court and slam dunk by Butler.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Brooks kicks to Gibson. Pass to Butler. The feed to Dunleavy. Butler goes in. Gibson. And it's sent back by Lopez. Johnson kicks to Redick. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And Redick is just an unbelievable three-point shooter. It's not just his volume. It's his pinpoint accuracy. By the end of last season, Redick was 40% from behind the arc for his career.
And for Redick, he knew what his NBA career would be like. Way back in 2005, Clark, I recall him saying, I think I'll be a role player like 80% of the players in the league. I don't expect to be a star. I'll just shoot. I'll be a team player.
Yeah, and he's exactly right. He was highly decorated in college, but every scout knew his strength was shooting the basketball, and J.J. knew it as well.
Brooks dishes to Gibson. Three-pointer, Butler. Rebounded by the Nets. Boss has got his 7th rebound here tonight. For the lead, the shot by Redick, no good. Chicago's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Right side, Butler launches it, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got 9 assists now tonight.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense. You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
13 feet away. Shot is off. Great D that time from Johnson.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Ross, no good. The Bulls leading by 4. Brooks, the pass to Dunleavy. Back to Brooks. Plenty of space. Brooks can't get that one to fall. And 1:01 left in the 3rd. Here's Ramirez, and he's good on the 3 ball. Boss has got 13 points now in the quarter.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Mirotic sets the screen for Brooks. Off the screen from outside the arc. And there's Mirotic on the assist by Brooks. And that's 13 points for Nikola Mirotic. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Here's Lopez. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Mirotic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Butler attacking. Shots good. Butler's got 38 points.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That was an excellent burst to the hoop for that throwdown. I mean, he's a laser beam guy, fast as light.
Now here's Brooks. Gibson the screen. with 1 on the clock. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that does